welcome to الجهبوز الفذ. Today is the third episode of my new series Technology Through the Ages. If you didn't watch the previous two episodes, please watch them. You will find the link in the description. Now, let's begin. In today's episode, we will talk about two things: TV through time and communication through time. First, in the past, before the TV was invented, if you wanted to entertain yourself, you could play cars, play football, run in the streets, walk in the green meadow, walk in a forest maybe, but you will die or be eaten by an animal. That's why not so many people walked in the forest. But let's continue what we were saying. Until in the year 1927, the first TV was invented. It was a huge thing, about as big as your desk, and it had only 3 channels maybe, and it was black and white. That's why inventors tried to make it better and better until they succeeded, making a small thing almost as big as your laptop. And it was colored. It had about 20 channels, and if you wanted to go from channel to channel, you had these dials and buttons in the TV that you go and press them, move them, so you can make the sound higher, go to another channel, and things like this. But then it became better. But then inventors tried to make it better until it became what we have nowadays: TVs with many sizes, huge as big as your desk, or small as big as your laptop, with many channels, almost 1,000 channels from all over the world. And you have now many TVs. You have the smart TV, a TV that you can play games on it without need of a gaming console, a TV that you can watch YouTube from. And that's why the TV is a very great invention of our time. But it will even be better than this in the future, as the future of TV will be holographic. You tell me, but there is 3D right now. Yeah, but it's 3D. The holographic TVs will make you feel like you are literally sitting in the scene you are watching. That's why I myself will buy a holographic TV at the moment it's out. Now let's talk about communication. In the past, if you wanted to communicate with someone, you wrote a message, and then you did one of 3 things. 1, you got a pigeon and tie the letter or the whatever you wrote in a stack and fly, my baby. That's the first thing. The second thing, you send it with someone and he goes for a certain place and to deliver your message. The third thing is someone is on a boat traveling to the country, the continent, wherever your friend or someone you are speaking with, and give him the message. But it took so long. It took at least 3 months. So, for example, if you want to say someone happy birthday to you, after 3 months he responds, "Thank you for telling me happy birthday to you," or "Happy birthday to you too." It was so long. It took so long. That's why inventors tried to make it faster until they succeeded building that telephone. It was a round thing like you can see in the picture with numbers, so you can dial anyone you wanted. But still, it wasn't very common. If you wanted to speak with someone, he had to have a phone, and you had to have a phone, and it was very expensive and very hard to have in your house. So investors tried to make it more common until it was there, a phone cabin like in London, and like the one you're seeing the picture, which we have in Egypt, like we had in Egypt. If you wanted to talk with someone, you just go enter the coin, dial the number, "Hey man, how are you doing?" like this. But it was very hard to communicate with someone, as you needed to find a phone cabin. What will happen if you didn't find one, or simply he wasn't standing near a phone cabin? You will never be able to talk with him. That's why inventors try to make it more easier to speak and communicate with someone until they made the mobile phone. And they didn't stop there. They make it better and better until what 90% of the population has, which is a smartphone. It's a smartphone that you can do literally anything with it. You can play, watch movies, download. I even know some friends of mine that make their YouTube videos on their phones. That's why phones are very sophisticated. But the future of communication will be holographic, just like TVs. So, if you wanted to speak with someone, you just put your phone on your desk or what you are sitting in, and boom, your friend's hologram is sitting with you in the room, which is a very great invention. Yes, there is holograms right now, but they are very expensive and also very limited in certain countries. That's why not so many people have holograms. And you tell me yes, but we right now we have video calls. I can see him like he is sitting in me with the room. Yes, but it's still not as good as holograms. I'm telling you, you feel you are literally sitting with him in his room, and he is literally sitting with you in your room. That's why holograms will be a very awesome way with communication. No need to video calls or calls, just holograms. You just hello, and you are sitting with him in the same room. That's why the future is very great, and I hope it was today, not tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and please, if you didn't watch the previous episodes, watch them. You'll find the link in the description, and please don't forget to subscribe, share the video. Thank you, and good night.